presentation?
Yes, we
I
can
know
see.
today is Friday. Yes, and don't worry, you have enough time to rest. But we in Nigeria, rest is never enough. Okay. So like to make mention of our European partners who co-funded this program on green waste management. And the mission of this is to offer an innovative capacity building program on green waste management in Nigeria and Ghana. Yes, it's a growing field, and sooner or later, almost all of us will have to either personally or by our career get to come in contact with this particular field and career choice. So it's better we have have adequate knowledge about it and how we can tap from it and gain from it. Okay, so let's move. And now, before we continue from yesterday's where we stopped yesterday, I'd like to show you this. Yes, I didn't mention it yesterday. I didn't add it yesterday. I was just thinking because still we're dealing with machineries here, and it's also good to know since we did make drives to just point out some parts of the machine. Uh, can you see it? Part of a garbage truck. Hello.
Yes, we can see it.
Yes. Part of garbage mood. Okay. Yes. Now here, this is the garbage truck, your typical garbage truck. There are newer ones, different designs, but they all serve the same purpose really. There's an oil tank here. This part, so that's the hydraulic oil tank, which if you notice, this is a hydraulic cylinder, another hydraulic cylinder here, and here. Underneath here is a septic tank. Now your rubbish goes in here and it compacts it. The wastewater, which sometimes past a garbage truck, you notice there's probably on the streets or on the road, there's one odor. Normally, this tank, this part of it holds the water, the sewage water from it, and the septic water from it. But when it gets full, it drops onto the streets, so it stores here. This is the directional valve. Some have not on this diagram your control points here. It's more or less on this side of it, on the other side of the truck, where there's a lever to control the actions. The newer models.
Sorry, please, we can't see the
Hello.
pointer you are using. I said we can't see the pointer you are using to direct.
Is it not showing? Okay, no. Okay.
The screen is showing, but we can't see the pointer that you're using to direct
Okay.
and show us what you're explaining.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can you see me now? Can you see?
Yes,
Can
we
you see
can
the
see.
mouse
We can
cursor?
see. Yes, we
Okay.
can.
Yeah. So this is okay. This is the septic tank. Refuge goes in here. It gets compacted, and the septic water from say degradable waste or whatever liquid form, they get stored here. When it gets over full, if you've passed a truck before, garbage truck before, you notice on the road there's one odor. Probably septic tank is full and it has spilled to the road. There's a hydraulic cylinder here, here too. Now, this is where the hydraulic oil tank is. It gets stored. There are cables, which is not shown here, which leads to all this part. So if you look at, depending on maybe if at home you're living, you've passed a garbage truck, you see some thick cables that takes this fluid down to the hydraulic cylinder. There's a lever, which manual lever, which is on the other side of this truck. This diagram doesn't show it, but on the other side of this truck. So you can manually control it, or some newer ones have it inside the compartment where the driver is. Are we good? Can I proceed? Hello.
Yeah, you can proceed. You are good.
Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this is soon you have a module on hydraulics. So it's better you have a concept of what it means for those who haven't, who are not technically inclined, and they've seen it, they don't understand it. So you can ask all your questions, and your imagination can push you towards that you've seen something like that, and you're able to, when the instructor starts his module, you can understand where he's coming from or where he's going. Okay. So we were on waste transfer, if I'm not mistaken. Waste transfer, which is the third part of it. Waste transfer stations, yes. Now, waste transfer, the machineries and equipment used there, we've already defined what waste transfer is, where waste gets moved from the collection point to waste transfer stations, where they are sorted, some are baled and sent to the processing points or processing facilities. So the machineries you find here are sorting equipment, composting equipment, anaerobic digesters, thermal treatment technologies, landfill equipment. While landfill equipment, like I mentioned there, some of these equipment, you can find them in the collection, the landfill points. You can find them in the waste transfer points. Why? Because depending on how big the facility is, they all play a use. But mostly this equipment, like the landfill equipment, you find them in the landfill because they can pack rubbish waste at a go, a large chunk of waste at a go. So they're always in developing countries, especially in Nigeria, an initiative that rewards the collection and transfer of PET bottles to collection centers. The PET bottles being submitted here have a designated weightage, which means people go, they go around. If you know Lagos and you know the party atmosphere it has, there are lots of PET bottles at the end of the day. They collect it, put it together, and send it to these transfer stations. And depending on the policy of that particular transfer station, it has to meet a particular weight, and for you to get to be on the reward scheme. And the reward scheme varies. It varies. So it varies across stations. Maybe monetary items. Next up. And so here equipment here used. This man has the nets, which most transfer stations provide to those who bring this trash or these PET bottles to them. At different estates or homes, there's a metal casing for where people drop PET bottles, so they don't litter the road or litter the street with it. You drop it there. That's the most responsible thing to do, really. So if you are one of those who take PET bottles or get a bottle of Coke in plastic form from the shelf, and the easiest way you are thinking is to throw them out of the car, please, it's not a good habit. You always keep it. There's always a point where somebody will pick it. Don't believe that. And somebody else will just. You need to learn to be cautious of your environment. Cautious of your environment. Mechanical grabbers. Yes. Mechanical grabbers. Yes, still. I think we touched this yesterday. This can be 4 hands, 5 hands. It's like a clan. It grabs the rubbish and puts them onto a truck. They are, as you see on this landfill here, the grabbers grab and they put on trucks. Here is one in action. So it puts it on this landfill garbage truck. This is different from the other truck, garbage waste disposal truck, waste garbage truck, because it's open, has a flatbed that is open for garbage to be put on it, loaded, and taken to the transfer stations. They also have disposing at landfill, like you see here, but primarily they are placed. Rubbish is placed on it. Garbage waste is placed on it. Forgive my use of rubbish. Waste is placed on it, and it's driven to the waste disposal, waste and processing center or facility for sorting. Now, this is the sorting machine. It sorts out waste into the can be used. All the rubbish, so bulldozer, lift it up and place it here. Place it here. So the conveyor takes it and goes through the sorting machine and starts separating it. This is the waste shredder. Shreds waste. Shreds. Waste processing. Who was here? Yesterday we played you the video, so I don't want to repeat that. You can't see my screen. Apologies. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay. Can you see it now?
Network, just network moving good.
Yeah, it's off now.
Okay, sorry. Nobody mentioned it. I would have cut the talk short and showed you. Okay. So processing. Okay, draw me back if you are confused in any sense. Either because we played the video, if you want to along play the video. I'm also required here. Balers and compactors, shredders and granulators. These are used to break waste materials into smaller pieces for further processing and recycling. Palletizing machine, we'll see that going forward. You see what a palletizing machine is, washing and cleaning equipment. Our balers and compactors. You go to the market and you see those who sell clothes, especially in Lagos, they tell you they sell in bales. That means they collected it together, pack it into one particular sack, and they're sold in bales. So it's the same concept together, compact together. So As you see this machine, it has compacted this waste. And what was the hello, whose mic is on? Okay, so
This class, no problem. No shoot. Wallah. Wallah. Even from their side, now they first challenge.
Nah, MTN network.
so yeah.
They don't come, man.
Mr. Yaya.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can hear everything about MTN. Thank you. Okay. So these are balers. So they compact waste, separate sorted out waste into bales, and they are so transported to a different processing facility to be processed into other items. So this machine does that. Imagine if they want baling machines like this, they will be too big, too voluminous. So baling compacts them in a way whereby it's easier to transport. Now let's watch this video. If you're not seeing the video, please back on mute.
Network is freezing up. If you are saying anything, I can't hear anything from my own hand, sir.
So okay. So
Sir, the video is not making any sound. Though.
It's not making any sound.
Yeah.
I can't hear any sound.
I don't think there was much sound except you want to dance to the music. So what he's showing, can you relate to what it's revealing rather than the sound for now? There was no commentary, it was just music playing. So at least, but you saw the video.
Yes, I saw the video, and the end product
Yes,
looks like. Okay.
Yes. No, give me your take on what you've seen so far. Can anybody explain what they've seen?
I've seen something like well sorted waste starting from this conveyor belt straight up into another section that it was being washed, later sent out to another chamber, where it's been mixed with some other colors and later sent to that chamber that turned it to black. I'll probably cut it into little flakes.
Okay. Who else has his own, take on what we've seen? We'll move through the slides, the video, and yes, this is the conveyor part of it. This is actually a, sorry, am I on? Okay. Let's see whether it gets this. Okay, I think this is a better vantage point. This is actually a palletizing machine. A palletizing machine, yes. What this is, it does the same thing. Now, these are, let me say, nylon materials, and that's the plastic materials. So the same way it palletizes plastic, it palletizes this, it palletizes plastic too. And so it goes through here, the conveyor. There was one for plastic, but one had more revealing parts for us to go through. So the same way, no different. It takes the plastic, move it through the conveyor belt, conveyor, and it comes here. And this is where it gets crushed. Like you see here, it gets crushed here. It goes through this. You can see it dancing in the screen here. More or less, it's a close look up for you to see what's going on. And it comes out in the description here was spaghetti form. Spaghetti form is like a long strand of spaghetti, but please don't do a mistake and probably if you are privileged to be around this machine, I think it's spaghetti and add it to your food. No, please, no. When it comes out in spaghetti form here, a long strand. It gets cooled in water. This is and the same thing for plastic. Now, you should notice is, okay, it's not available. What is this? The picture. Are we there?
Yes, I'm here, but your line is breaking.
Can you see my picture now? Is this still that bad?
Okay, it's on now.
Okay. Can you see the pointer? Can you see the mouse
Yes,
cursor?
sir.
Sorry. So what is this? What's that?
Looks like an electric motor.
Okay, good. So you had a class, and we talked about different parts: the driver, the driven, the motor, the shaft, and here motor. So it drives of this heavy materials, you see, all is essential. So if you are going into that, it's something you should be conversant with. Okay, let's move. Now they come out here in pellets. Two things at the end that they get grinded into are pellets. This isn't a mixture of say a different plastic, say different plastic, it's no different. They didn't mix up, just a different plastic that's going through the conveyor belt through the machine. Now, in this particular one is pinkish in color. Comes out in strands like this. And at the end product are pellets. This is why it's called the pelletizing machine. This is why it's called the pelletizing machine. Any question? Okay, now, as recent as 2018, management is a very big thing for the environment and for some even businesses too. As like this, taking it to processing place, creating a jersey out of it. So it's useful to so many people. So they created just instead of plastics flowing around, they repurposed it for something else, recycled it and used it for something else. So he used it for a jersey, and it was Juventus Football Club for that season, 2018 season, if I'm not mistaken. And so plastic waste can be used for something. Locally, some people used it to create houses. Yes, as I think somebody in the north did that too. So there's always a useful way to dispose of certain waste. Those that you can't, you can send them to the processing line. So you don't just litter the street and just say, okay, no, it's somebody else's problem. You know, it's our problem. All of us have to play a part in making sure we keep the environment clean. Now we have shredders and granulators. You know what a shredder is? It shreds it into little bits for you to be able to transport it or move it to a different processing facility. And this is another form of shredder. And this machine here, it is that powerful. Can shred almost everything. Yes, it is very strong. So handling of this machine, this is where the safety comes in too. So yes, it is that strong and that powerful. Any plastic it shreds. And if you're not careful, it can shred you too. But primarily, it's for waste management. This is another form of palletizing machine, a different type of palletizing machine. You can see the motors here. They move the conveyors. There's a motor here, there's another motor here. So you can see it's a necessity for these machines to have motors. There's the control unit here. And there's the space where you put in the plastic, which is this container here, this opening here. Now, we've been talking about plastic waste. What happens to our food waste? What happens to waste that are not plastic, that are not metal, that are not other solid materials, that are not waste water, that are not this? Okay, now that brings us to anaerobic digesters. Your food waste, they degrade quite quickly. You put them in the dustbin today, in the waste bin today. If you have that segregated bins and you line them up, you notice it's your degradable waste, your food waste that smells fast, that becomes more of a problem for you fast, for you to call the waste collection people to come get it. It's because of your food waste. They degrade quite fast. waste, agricultural organic waste, animal livestock manure, yes, landscaping green waste. All these people, from the individual to the commercial to the industries, we generate waste, even chemical waste, even medical waste, industrial waste, and nuclear waste. Yes. But they need for a biodegradable waste, and they come out as output product as electricity, biomethane, grid injection, biofuel, mobility and for transport, heat, cool generation, organic fertilizers. Those are the end products of it.
Sorry, we can't see your screen.
Things keeps tripping off my sincerest. Is it visible now?
Yes,
Is it visible? I hope it's visible to all. Okay, so what we have here is an anaerobic digesters. Your food waste goes into this facility. They go in as bio waste, industrial and commercial organic waste, agricultural waste, livestock feed, manure waste, landscape. And organic fertilizers. So the waste that goes into it can be converted to organic fertilizers. So in some parts they call it green farming, organic farming. So even the food you eat are useful at the end of the day. I'll play you a video. I hope it's clear, but can you see the image? It's not playing yet.
yes, we can.
It? Okay, so I'll play now.
Circular economy takes nature's material cycle at.
Can you hear the sound?
Yes, we can.
It's normal and attempts to achieve cascading uses without waste and without emissions. In our world with finite resources, only the recycling economy is sustainable. Today's raw material sources are green, organic residues and waste from municipal collection, from animal husbandry and breeding, as well as agriculture and arable farming, from the food industry and gastronomy become clean, renewable energy, valuable organic fertilizer, and compost for healthy soils. Available from storage, regardless of weather or season, and can therefore be used flexibly. For example, for local or regional energy supply, and as an energy source in the mobility sector. In its production, it is emission neutral and avoids climate-damaging methane emissions from landfills. Methane is 25 times more potent than the greenhouse gas CO2, which is considered the main driver of global warming. Dry fermentation, or solid fermentation, has proven to be the optimal technology for the utilization of these organic residues and wastes, which are predominantly available in a solid and stable form. This is regarded as the new generation of biogas technology, substrate flexible and specially designed for biomass with high solid and dry content. Absolutely insensitive to impurities and contaminants, for example, plastic, metal, stones. Robust, simple technology with low maintenance and downtimes. Further advantages compared to the liquid fermentation systems commonly understood include low labor and operating costs, no or little mechanical pretreatment of the biomass necessary, low maintenance and wear and tear of plant components, low water consumption, and therefore suitable for dry, arid regions around the world. The cycle closes when the organic residue, the digestate, is retreated to the soil with the nutrients it contains, fertilizer with content after fermentation. In addition to the fertilizing effect of nutrients available to plants, practical application shows an improvement in soil structure, including a steady increase in the proportion of humus on arable land. This humus structure drastically improves the water storage capacity of the soil. Therefore, more than 70% of crop failures are avoidable in dry periods, particularly in very dry regions of the world, some with water shortages. This fermenting material provides a basis to transform parched, desert-like areas back into green and fertile growing areas, and to counteract further desertification. Technology for local added value and sustainability contributes to a global climate concept. The Greenhouse project in Sundern, Germany, is a prime example of sustainability and closed cycles with worldwide impact. Sundern, tons of bio-waste from annually. And all this in the sense of the German Recycling Management Act, which stipulates that first the energetic, then the material recycling must be carried out. The biogas produced from the bio-waste is used for flexible electricity production by two combined heat and power plants, which also generate about twice as much heat. Thus, about 1,200 households can be supplied with electrical. The heat produced is used by the fermentation plant to maintain the thermophilic process temperature of 52 degrees Celsius and to heat adjacent installations. As waste and green waste.
How to cut stop the video. I'll continue from where I stopped it.
By two combined heat and power plants, which also generate about twice as much heat. Thus, about 1,200 households can be supplied with electrical energy. The heat produced is used by the fermentation plant to maintain the thermophilic process temperature of 52 degrees Celsius and to heat adjacent installations. Quality compost and soil are the desired
No audio, so.
Apologies again. Let's
Circular economy as a prime example of sustainability. And all this in the sense of the German Recycling Management Act, which stipulates that first the energetic, then the material recycling must be carried out. The biogas produced from the biowaste is used for flexible electricity production by two combined heat and power plants, which also generate about twice as much heat. Thus, about 1,200 households can be supplied with electrical energy. The heat produced is used by the fermentation plant to maintain the thermophilic process temperature of 52 degrees Celsius and to heat adjacent building installations. Hence, quality compost and soil are the desired end products of the composting plant. The delivered biowaste and green waste from the municipalities is first freed from coarse impurities. A wheel loader stacks the biowaste in the next fermenter box of the biogas plant up to a height of about 2.5 meters. The fermenter box is closed gas tight by a gate with an inflatable seal. Organic material is not moved during the entire residence time of 21 days. Therefore, the solid matter fermentation does not require complex and susceptible combing and stirring technology. 1 to 2 fermenter changes, consisting of emptying and refilling, are carried out per week. The number and size of the boxes determined in the plant layout are so designed to handle the available material in the most efficient and economical manner possible.
Okay, I knew it was a chop and change video because of the network thing. But I hope you got the point of what this video was trying to say. I was trying to present. Did we?
I actually got the point, though not clearly because of how the video was taking time to play. So
Okay.
when you share the link for this class, hopefully I can watch this video properly because I'm quite interested in this content itself. Thank you.
Okay. Fine. Fine. Just in short, like I mentioned previously, this is what that whole video presentation was meant to portray. There's input, there's output of from organic waste materials. Your foodstuff, your anything biodegradable goes there, and it comes out as this. You can generate electricity from it. You can generate biomethane grid injections, biofuel, heat, cool generation, organic fertilizers from it. So that whole facility was meant to achieve this because where it was situated, they had a lot of animal livestock manure. They had a lot of food waste. So it all went there and came out from the other end as either heating or cooling generation materials, organic fertilizers, electricity, and the like. And imagine how many houses could be uh, provided electricity from the waste that came from the generation um, from those waste. 1,200, if I'm not mistaken, from that short video. So it's not something we've thought of here or ventured into much. And if we are ventured into it, probably there are certain information we've not had, or I think it's not possible. But thank God for this Greenbelt waste management program. So if you're thinking of even delving into it, it's kind of expensive to an extent, but yes, it is worth it at the end. Yes, so you can start from a smaller scale to a larger scale, but yes, it is doable. There are certain videos, if you search online, that you see from even from the palletizing machine, the smaller scale palletizing machine to the larger scale, small scale shredders to the larger scale, and they are how do I put it, fabricated moving trucks or vehicles that could move items from one place to another. Yesterday, we even talked about bikes that took refuge from household or from companies and take them to landfills. Yes. So you can there's always the smaller scale one building up to the bigger scale. Waste disposal, the last section on our tour of the life cycle of waste. Waste disposal. This is the sad point. This is the point where nobody really appreciates, really. Not that we don't appreciate, but we don't really like to get to this point based on the fact that it means something is not worth anything to anybody, at least at the current state, at the time being. You can't use it, you can't recycle it. It goes to the landfill. And even if it's useful, it has to be in the landfill for a longer period of time before it degrades and becomes manure or it breaks down its process, its chemical process to be reused by the earth. So most times, even the videos we play, if you can avoid those things, it's good. Those materials, it's good. Say if it's possible to avoid using nylon because at the end of the day, it goes into the soil and it doesn't give us. It's of no use to anybody. It stays for a longer period of time, and the nylon you see in the ground since 1980, probably you still find it if you bury it. If you are the one that buried it, you find it in the same state. Though the quality at present has become a bit lighter, but it's still the same concept, the same process. Landfill equipment, compactors, very strong equipment, very powerful machine, bit of machinery for compacting. A compacting machine is a device that applies downward pressure on dirt, soil, and gravel to compress the ground and fill the air pockets. They are very strong machines. the extent of ability to process so many waste materials would not be possible if not for machines like this, a compactor. Abilities would fall very short of the requirements needed to process so many waste if not for machines like this. Next one is the bulldozer. We've seen it in so many videos already. The bulldozer, waste handling bulldozer, is an essential equipment, just like the compactor. When you're operating in a landfill, moving waste from one location to the next requires quick operation, top safety measures, and incredible weight capacity. And the bulldozer ensures this. It's not built for speed, it's built for power. The same thing with the compactor. They are not built for speed, they are built for power. So if you are on the road and you see this machine coming and you're trying to claim it's my right, please, they are built for power. So, and they are quite adequate for this particular kind of work, landfill. They are used for other purposes too. In the construction industry, this particular part here can carry enough rocks, stones, building materials, deposit it wherever it wants to deposit. So that's why I said they have multiple uses. These equipments are not new. They are used in constructions and different areas, but they are also used in waste management. So they're an essential equipment in waste management in industry. I said if we had time, but okay, let's just quickly run through this like we did for the garbage truck. These are the parts for the bulldozer machine. These are the parts. There's the engine, the cylinder. Remember this hydraulic cylinders here, and also here too. There's a cylinder here. This is the push arm, push beam. It extends. Cylinder 2 helps. It goes in just one direction. This adjusts it back and forth. This is a sprocket. Most of us were in that class. Gears, sprocket. It's also used here too. So this is a large sprocket. This is a drive. So the engine is inside. Rotate this. This rotates all this. Get me? It rotates all this. This is the ripper. There's most of our equipment, they more or less people that built it looked at one particular animal or one particular insect or creature and built, like our cars most times take the faces of say fast animals. The plane took its design from a shark, buses from say elephants, but this takes its design from a scorpion. So there's a ripper here at the back here. There's a cylinder here, a ripper cylinder here, and blades. So these are the parts in a bulldozer machine. They're not different from that of a of a compactor too. If you break down a compactor, they are similar, just a different wheel. Yes, the wheel part is different, but they use cylinders too here. So it's no different. So any question thus far? Any question thus far? So if you've been following the GreenVet models from the different points we've moved in, they're all related. They're meant to become more, once you're moving through the models, you'll notice, okay, we moved into from you knowing about green waste management, the different value chains, to mechanical equipment, mech drives, and the driver, the driven, the shaft, yes. Then safety, it comes down to this too. because they are all essential. They are all parts of the same. They all form one particular program module understanding. So you should understand. The next one you read to hydraulics also plays its own part too. So don't think we've covered one part and we've left it. No, the whole waste management are together. The whole waste management program is together. One part is related to the other. So they're all essential. They're all essential. Any questions, please? Any question? Mr. Femi, are you still with us?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. Good to know. Mr. Yemi, I hope it was clearer at the end, the videos, or at least you were able to listen to them.
I want to thank you for this insightful session. But me as a person, I'm an environmentalist and I really have so much interest in this program. So in what way can an entrepreneurship person like me, through social impact enterprise, get plastics or waste like organic waste is really my focus?
Okay.
How do I move in the field from where I stopped this training? Like after this training, what's next? Can I have a real-time and hands-on experience in a company that really transforms organic waste into energy?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a good question. One of the models that will come up later on before, yes, is it has to do with business, waste management and business in waste management, yes. So that would answer, and Loma, if I'm not mistaken, yes, one of our partners is going to take it, and it will give you a better picture of how to link it and how to, the benefits, how to link it. It's a broad area and one that will benefit you, and it accommodates everybody. Either you are a new person to the industry, or you are it's part of your career, or it's your passion. Yes, to make it clearer for you in that particular model, business and waste management. I think yes, it's the title. So how to take advantage of the opportunities and the grants that are available to start up your own, or to even have even have experience in probably one of those areas. Yeah. So yes. Yeah, you can always start small. The first thing is we are going into it as a business, or as you want to work in these areas in terms of you've seen the machines, you've seen the equipment, you've seen all that it entails. So there are different interests and ways you can be a part of this industry, and it's an industry that is upon us. If I'll put it, it's upon us. You see the world is crazy about waste management now. So if you have your plans in order and your ideas, your company, well, I think there are opportunities, and I'll leave that to that other session, the other model to present. I won't jump the gun here, but it's a very interesting model that you will enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. So whatever questions you have there in terms of getting grants, being able to and tap into that industry, or being able to be a part of that industry by way of training or the rest, save it for that particular model.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Any other question? And for those who would want to work in this industry, because some of you are already working in the industry and you want to delve into that industry, maybe not yet. If you've not found it yet, it's always good to accustom yourself with the equipment, the tools, maintenance, how to work, how it works. So when you're faced with it, or when you have that opportunities, you get the ground running. It's not new to you. It's not new to you, and this program helps in that sense. So by the end of the day, yes, it's worth it. It's worth it. So any other question from us here? The slide will be delivered to you, and just for clarity, would have a small assessment. It's just a small assessment that you have to fill and submit, and hopefully it will be up tomorrow to Sunday. I'll communicate it to you. It won't take long. Just fill it in, and it's all we've covered here. Just to show that you are following us throughout this journey on green waste management equipment, tools, and machineries. So smile while you take it. It's just to refresh your to know that okay, you are part of the class. It won't be too hard. It won't be hard at all. So any question before we close call it a day? Okay, okay.
Hello, Mr. Agbo.
Yes.
The submission date for the assessment.
Hello.
Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, the submission date for the assessment. You can just
Yes, I'll place it all on the group.
No,
I'll place it.
the submission date flexible.
I'm not hearing you clearly. You said the submission, right?
Yeah, the submission date for the assessment. It would be great if you can make it flexible.
Make it flexible.
Flexible. Yes.
Okay, yeah, it's a time period. Maybe from I'll specify it. When would it be, would you prefer Saturday or Sunday?
No, the submission date. If I can submit, maybe Tuesday.
Oh, okay. You want it that sent? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Who else agrees? Or wants it sooner? Or wants it now? Hello?
That Tuesday is fine.
Tuesday is fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else? If it's Tuesday, if you are pushing it to Tuesday, then probably I'll increase it to 50 questions. Okay, but okay, Tuesday. Okay. Okay, Tuesday. So yes, I'll make it as flexible as possible. Just submit and be done with it. It's just simple. Don't worry. Grading is it's more or less to tell of your understanding that you're participating in this model and you have at least a basic idea of what we've been saying throughout this model. Yes. Well, yes, Mr. Ogun Jobi, you raised your hand again.
Okay, sorry, would the assessment be based on this particular model?
Yes, just this model.
Okay.
Yeah, just this model. Okay. In the absence of no other additions, corrections, omissions, and the rest, I'd like to thank you all for being a part of this model. Thank our partners, Area, Loma, Pan-Atlantic University, WISI Academy, and the co-founders of this program, the European Union on Green Vet Africa program. I thank you all for being a part of this program, and I hope soon to all see you in one capacity or the other. Please enjoy your weekend. Take care. Be responsible in waste management and your waste management activities, and have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good night, sir.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it.
Thank you,
Please,
sir.
we are expecting the slide almost immediately, please, sir.
Yes, you have the slides. You have the slides.
Okay, thank you, sir. Have nice weekends.
You too. Take care.
Thank you, Mr. James.
You're welcome. Mr. Omi. We need to
Alpha,
talk.
longest it's been a while, sir.
Yes, it's been a while. We'll talk. We'll talk.
I'm okay, sir.
Yeah,
Sir.
yeah, it is fine. Mr.
Don't worry,
Sunday.
we'll meet again. We'll definitely meet again.
Good evening, sir.
Yes. Mr. Sunday.
Thank you very much, our coordinator. Ume, my friend, Alpha. I greet you. Well done, boss.
Okay, now. Take
Alpha,
care.
Philip, Alpha.
Thank
Philip,
you, my
Alpha.
brother. How are you no good now?
I no good there. Still the brewery now. We just a close work.
Yeah. Good to hear from you.
Alpha with Sunday. Sunday, Alpha. Adeyemi.